guys, hope you're all well. Today I thought I would film for you all a Poundland haul. It's not something that I've really ever done before on my channel, and it's not something that I really thought I would do. However, over the last few weeks I picked up some items, and to be honest with you, I'm really genuinely surprised I've actually managed to pick these up in Poundland, whether it's due to be the quality or whether it's the price. Some of the bits I would normally pick up from my local supermarket in terms of cleaning products and bits and bobs like that, and I would normally either pay a little bit more for, or I just wouldn't be able to pick it up for that much, or they'd be on an offer price at that price. And some of the bits are homeware bits which are such amazing quality, and bits and bobs were around the house that I found, and I thought, wow, I can't actually believe it's genuinely that cheap in Poundland. So I thought I'd show you all today, and I'm going to get stuck right in. So the first thing that I picked up was this. It's a gorgeous little Buddha statue. It's a little ornament and I absolutely am in love with it. It is really heavy, really weighty, which I was surprised when I actually saw this in Poundland. And it was this heavy and kind of, it's made really well. It looks so you could kind of put it out in the garden or something like that, but I actually want to put it in one of my shelves downstairs in my living room. I really like the look of it, and for £1 I was so amazed. It looks really chic. I think it's going to look absolutely amazing on my shelves that I've got up in my living room, and I just think it's going to really add a nice touch to them. For £1, I mean, you'd go into some shops like garden centres and things like that, and this is something you'd expect to find in there, and I mean, you'd expect to pay at least £10 to £15. So for £1 I was so shocked and so surprised, so I was really happy with that purchase. The next item that I picked up was this gorgeous little trinket box. I'm absolutely amazed by it. I think it looks absolutely stunning. It's a clear glass, and I thought when I saw it, this will be absolutely perfect for all those little bits and bobs on my dressing table that always seem to go amiss or seem to end up being dotted around everywhere. I have things like Kirby grips and hairbands and bits and bobs like that, and they all end up sprawled across my dressing table, making a massive mess. I thought this would be a great way to kind of keep them all in one place, keep them all concealed. It's going to absolutely look amazing on my dressing table, and I'm planning to do up my bedroom soon, so I thought this would go really nicely. And again, for £1 you can't really go wrong. It is really stunning, so I was really happy with that. Moving on from the homeware bits and bobs, I picked up this next. Now this was literally, again, I don't know why I keep saying £1 because obviously we were in Poundland, but this was quite literally £1. Again, I thought it looked absolutely stunning. I love the design. I love the straw that's inside it. It's, again, really good quality, and loads of my drinks like this have run out. In the summer, I absolutely love making things like cold teas and drinking cold drinks, and with the boys, I'm always on the go, always out and about, running around. I've also been making myself some smoothies recently that I've been picking up from Aldi, and they are absolutely amazing. Really enjoying them of the morning. But again, I'm kind of putting them into a glass and then forgetting about them. I can't really leave my kind of glass on the floor because of the boys. So this I thought would be perfect for my smoothies and my cold teas and things like that, so I can literally bring it around with me, haven't got to worry about leaving it on the floor. And again, if I am nipping out early in the morning, whether it be to a baby class or a baby clinic weigh-in, or to anything really, a doctor's appointment, I can literally bring this with me, pop it in the car, and it won't obviously spill or anything like that, and I haven't got to really rush about drinking my drink. They had quite a few different designs. This was the one that I chose, but they had some with some pineapples on, different coloured straws. So definitely get yourself down there if you're looking after one of these, because a lot of them are a lot more expensive. And I was going to pick myself up a Starbucks one because I'd seen it and I've been craving after it for ages. But I would definitely not get that now because this is such a cheap alternative, and I'm absolutely in love with it. The next product that I've got is a baby related product. This time round it's the Simple Baby Bath and Body Wash. It's an all-in-one wash, meaning it literally can go all over them from head to toe, hair and body. You haven't got to worry about swapping around and changing body washes and shampoos and bits and bobs like that. As you guys all probably know, I have just had a newborn. He is 5 weeks old, and I haven't really bathed him in anything as of yet. It's just kind of been the water. My eldest suffered with really sensitive skin, so I've really been dubious about trying other products and kind of putting them on my second child. But I thought this one looked great. It was literally £1 for this really big bottle, and I've seen it advertised in other places for a lot more. So I was really happy when I saw this. They did have some other ones as well, which were kind of like the body ones or the hair ones. So they did have ones that you can break up and separate up. But I love the fact that it's an all-in-one. It means I don't have too many of these clogging up my diaphragm area or anything like that. We've tried it, and it's actually been a really nice lotion and body wash to use on the baby. It doesn't seem to have reacted to it or anything like that at the moment, which is great, and it seems really moisturising on the skin as well. So I would definitely recommend this. Next up, I have some cooking bits. Now, I wasn't really going in there to look for any cooking bits or anything like that. I literally just went in there to kind of grab a few bits and bobs, more the cleaning product side of things. However, when I went in there, I actually found some really, really good items, and I thought actually that's exactly what I need. That's going to save me loads of space in the dishwasher. So the first thing that I picked up was this sieve. Now, yes, it is just a sieve, I know that. However, what I liked about it is it was quite a small sieve in comparison to the other ones that I've got. I also love quite the neutral colour on it, but the fact that it did have a bit of a colour made it a little bit different to my other boring one with just kind of the black handle as such. But the reason why I like this and why I thought to pick it up is obviously with my son now, we've been making him lots of dinners and we like to make as much stuff fresh as possible. However, I have a massive sieve and a massive colander, and when I'm cooking his pastas and his rices and potatoes and whatever it may be, after using it, obviously it's taking up so much space in the dishwasher for such a tiny meal. So I thought this would be great for literally just making his meals, making the pastas and the rices, and it was really, really small, so it wouldn't take up too much room. Following on from that, I decided to pick up these 2 non-stick baking trays. Now, the reason why I picked these up is pretty similar to the last reason. However, I've been making my son a lot of meals again, batch cooking a lot of fresh meal. However, I noticed that I only really have my big roasting tins, which is great for if you're making a big family meal. But when I just want to do something little for my son, again, it's taking up so much space in the dishwasher. Not only that, I thought that when me and my husband make dinners and we're kind of making snacky dinners, maybe, I don't know, pizza with potato skins and garlic bread and chips, we're always using a really, really big tray and multiple trays at that, because they all have different timings. So I figured that if I picked up these, there's just simply 2 of them like this, that way I could literally have 2 different trays with different timings, so I could pop them in the oven at different times, and they were a lot smaller, so it would save a lot more space in the dishwasher. So again, for £1, I thought they were really good, non-stick, and definitely worth picking up. So the next thing that I picked up was a laundry item. This time round, it's this little white mesh bag here. Now, this white mesh bag I use literally for just putting in socks and trainer socks and little mittens and stuff like that for the baby. I find that, I don't know if I'm the only person, but they always just seem to go missing one of each, or little ones will always go missing in terms of mittens and things like that. And then I'm either left with one left and I've got loads of different odd socks, or they just completely go missing. So I like to use these in the wash. You literally just pop all your socks or whatever it may be into the bag, chuck it into the wash, and you're guaranteed to have them all come back out again. I love these for keeping everything secure. However, I seem to have lost all my other bags of these. Don't know where they've gone. So I just picked up myself another one of those. And again, in some places they're a lot more expensive than £1. It's in places like Dunelm Mill and places like that. So Poundland, just £1, and I like the fact that it was a little pink one as well, considering I'm the one that does the washing. The next thing I picked up were these. They're little smellies. They are the Glade solid air fresheners. You literally just peel the bottom off and kind of roll them up as such, and they smell, oh, so good. They're literally clean linen scent, so they're just going to make my house smell so good. I needed some more smellies, and I thought these ones last a really, really long time. I find these work a little bit better than some of the diffusers that you can pick up from Poundland and some of the other items like that. Obviously, when I'm in the bathrooms, I don't really like too intense sprays coming in, so I figured that I'd pick these up, and I've got one in my bathroom and one downstairs in my hallway, and they're really, really good. And last but not least, I'm now going to talk to you about the cleaning products that I picked up. I can't believe the price that I got some of these items at. So I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown, show you what I got, show you the price I got them for, because I was really, really surprised, and just give you guys all an insight. So if you need any of these products, you might think twice about just picking them up in your normal supermarket and maybe going to Poundland before. Now, the first thing I picked up was this Flash Magic Eraser. As far as I'm aware, they are really, really good. They work really, really well. I had one before, I picked it up and I never got to use it. Now, the reason why I picked it up is because my son has actually somehow, with some of his little round toys, managed to draw across all of his bedroom walls with them, even though they're just a toy, and all of the kind of woody colour has come off and marked the whole wall. So it's currently multicoloured on top of the grey paint, and we're moving out of here soon, so instead of me buying a whole new pot of paint for his bedroom to paint over it, I figured that if this works, that would save me a lot of money first. You literally just wet them, squeeze them, and then rub them onto the surface, and supposedly the marks come out. Now, I have heard mixed reviews about these. Some people rave about them and say they work great, other people not so much. So once I have used it, I might even give you guys a little review just to see how they do get on and whether it's actually worth spending the money on. But I know when I purchased it before, it was a lot more than £1. I think it was like £3 or £4, although it was quite a while ago. So if you are looking for one, definitely head on to Poundland and pick this up. The next thing I picked up were microfiber cloths. I seem to again have gone missing with all of the ones that I had already, so I needed some more, and Poundland now apparently sell them, which I didn't know. I think the last time that I picked some up was in Asda a couple of years ago, and again they were really expensive. And then I think I picked up some other ones a couple of weeks ago and they were really expensive. So the fact that I managed to pick up 4 cloths in a really large size. They're actually 30 by 30 centimetres, so they're quite big. They're not tiny little ones. They did do smaller ones in there, but I figured these ones would be great, purely because it actually gives you the 4 colours, and the 4 colours, obviously I like to use a different colour for each room. So these ones are the green one, which is the multi-purpose, then you've got the purple for kitchen and bathroom, you have the pink one for glass and mirrors, and then you've got the blue for floors. Now I don't really use the blue one for floors, and I tend to just kind of split it up so that one of the purple ones is the kitchen and the blue one's the bathroom. That's how I tend to do them, but they really are good, and the fact they now sell them in Poundland is going to save me a lot of money on buying microfiber cloths. The thing I love about microfiber cloths is that you can literally just chuck them in the wash, clean them up, and they're good to go again, unlike a lot of cloths which you kind of just have to bin. So I would definitely say, if you haven't tried them, definitely head on to Poundland and grab yourself some of these. In my house, we have a lot of windows. As you can probably see in the background here, the windows are really big and stretch all the way across. Downstairs, we have full length floor to ceiling windows. And one of my biggest pet peeves is the fact that between the dog and my toddler, they are both fingerprints galore. There is literally stuff all over them. When he runs up to them, puts his fingerprints on them when he wants to see who's outside and who's at the front door. The dog's the same, they both breathe over them, and it's so unhygienic. Plus it leaves them absolutely a mess. So I picked up these Windling Glass and Shiny Surface Wipes. Now I've never tried glass and window wipes before. I normally just kind of clean them with my Kircher and use that method, or I'll just get a paper towel and some other bits and bobs. So I thought I would try these and see how they go. There is only 15 wipes in a pack. So I'm not quite sure how well they're going to last, how big they are, and how good they're going to be per wipe. They might end up being quite an expensive purchase if I do have to go through loads of them, but it's always worth a try, and I thought for £1 you can't really go wrong. Moving on from those wipes, I love to use white vinegar, but it's an absolute nightmare I find to actually pick up and get hold of, but I love to use it on my windows and things like that. Now, when I was in Poundland, I actually found this. Now this is actually a white vinegar spray, which I absolutely loved. So instead of me having to pour it out and dilute it all myself, it all come in a spray form already made for me. Now it says on the front that you can use it for as a multi-surface cleaner, which I would use it for. It removes stains and lime scale, a sparkling shine, and I know that obviously it's really good on windows and glass. Now I've never tried it on stains before, so it's definitely something I might try and look at, because at the moment I just kind of use the Vanish powders and dilute and get rid of stains that way. But it actually recommends it for carpets and upholstery as well, to clear stains and to get rid of the smells. So I was really shocked at how much this actually does. And obviously I know white vinegar is a multi-purpose, and it's a really old-fashioned way of cleaning, and it's more of a natural way of cleaning as well. So I'm going to try this out and see how I get on with it, see if it kind of carries on working the way that I like it to work, because I normally like to fragrance my white vinegar slightly, but I might be able to do this with that and add some essential oil. So I'm going to see. But again, a massive bottle, massive spray. Love the fact that it's a spray top and not pouring, and I haven't got to dilute it myself. And again, for £1 you can't go wrong. We've also been having some trouble in our bathroom recently with mould. Now we've got mould on the ceiling just due to kind of the bathroom getting really hot and it not being very well air ventilated, and obviously the steam kind of rises on it and it drips kind of down, and we've now got some marks on the ceiling, so we need to get rid of those. And we've also got some mould kind of growing around the bathtubs. Now I've scrubbed and cleaned my bathroom regularly, so how this has managed to get there I don't really know, but we really need to get rid of it, and it's doing my absolute head in. So I picked up this mould and mildew blaster. Now I've used bits and bobs like this before, but it would never ever come in at £1. They're normally a lot more expensive. Now I don't know how good this is going to be. I'm hoping it works just as good as all the other products, but again I might leave a review on this shortly on my blog or something like that, because obviously if it is good then it's definitely worth recommending to people. It says it kills 99.9% of bacteria, but there's no need to scrub, and that you literally spray it on for 3 to 4 minutes and then wipe with a damp cloth and rinse with water, and you can repeat if necessary. I'm hoping this works well, to be honest with you. I don't see why it wouldn't. I imagine there's the same sort of products in all of the same sort of ingredients in all of the shops that you buy it from, and if it does work for £1, it's going to be great and will definitely save me a lot of money on buying it somewhere else. And last but not least, I picked up these. They're the Parazone toilet wipes. I pick them up all the time. The reason why I love these wipes is because they're disposable. So what I normally do is every day I'll wipe around the toilet with one of these, just to kind of give it a freshen up and a clean on top of my weekly clean that I would do in the bathroom anyways. It just keeps the toilet clean because it's probably one of the most unhygienic places you can have in a bathroom. Now normally you can pick these up in places like Asda and stuff like that for £1 in the supermarkets. However, they're normally kind of at an offer price on that price. So the fact that they did these in Poundland at that price just as a standard, it's good to know. So if I ever am in Asda and they're not £1, I can run into Poundland and know that they're there, which I thought was great. Well, they're all the bits that I bought in Poundland over the last few weeks. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and that you found some items in there that you might not have necessarily known were in there, or seen some bits that you really liked. If you did like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you all again soon with the next video. Bye guys!